Hey everybody, Shane here, Shoebox Legends. Thanks for stopping by today for a baseball-themed episode here on the channel. As always seems to happen to me every year, with the start of the baseball season comes a desire to pick up some baseball cards. Love collecting the sport of baseball. It remains my favorite sport to collect to this day. And I have about a half a dozen cards that I've picked up over the course of the last 2 or 3 months, really this past winter, during kind of a crazy work stretch that I've been on, and I haven't been able to show a lot of these off, and thought I would tee them up for an episode today on opening day. So let's take a look at 2 big ones first that are examples of working your hobby network, which is something I'm always talking about. And in both of these cases, I was able to do that. So the first card, shout out to my buddy Don over at Don's Field of Dreams Cards here on YouTube. Great member of the community, actually a YouTube Hall of Fame member as well. And Don had put up a video recently letting everybody know that he was looking to sell a portion of his collection to raise up some funds. And if anyone was interested to reach out, so I have Don's info, and of course I pinged him, and we were able to reach a deal, long story short, on 2 really great vintage cards that I was able to add to my collection. Now, one of them I'm saving for a future video. It has a different use case here on YouTube, but the other one I want to show off today, and it's from the 1930s. It's not every day that I get to add a card this old. The Diamond Stars release that came out from 1934 through 1936 finally picked up the Al Lopez card. Look at this beauty. Easily one of my favorite images in the set. And I've seen, I think, the entire set now, thanks to my buddy Dan over at Old Sarge Collects, who has completed the set and shown off the entire thing on his YouTube channel. I followed along with those videos, and having seen them all, I can confidently say that the Al Lopez is among my favorite images. Just a really interesting guy and a really interesting card with beautiful color. The centering is really good on this. This is exactly what I would look for in a card that's, coming up on 90 years old now. And I've always wanted this. It's always kind of been on my get it eventually list, and never really had the right opportunity to pick it up. And recently was honored to be able to do so from my friend Don. So that is a great card. Thank you so much, Don. I am honored to have that in the collection, from your collection to mine, and I will certainly cherish that one. And then to go along with that, I have a modern card of a vintage great, and it's a relic card, which is not something that I typically get into all that much. But if you've watched my channel over the last couple of years, you know that I will dabble in the occasional relic card, especially of all-time great players. I think there's something really cool about having a piece of game-used material from a great player encapsulated on a card. And I landed maybe the best one in my baseball card collection recently, courtesy of my buddy Jason over at Contrarian Cards. Check this one out, from 2001 Fleer Ultra. It's the Fall Classics Memorabilia Babe Ruth Authentic Game Used Bat card. How amazing is that? The great Bambino, a little slice of his lumber there embedded in the card. I did break this one out recently on a live that I did with my friend Dylan and my buddy Adam on Splendid Sports, and it caused a little bit of controversy or a heated discussion on the authenticity of relic cards. But I'm a big believer in these, especially the early day relics. This is from 2001. And I think a little bit more care went into these at the time. Maybe there was a little bit better supply available. And this one does have the right language on the back, indicating that this was a piece of an authentic game-used bat used by Babe Ruth for the New York Yankees. So just an amazing card. I think it's really cool. While they're not a focal point of my collection, a card like this, I think, is something that even a non-collector can appreciate. Like, I showed this to my wife, who's a fan of the movie Sandlot, among other things, and her jaw dropped when she saw that Babe Ruth card. So just a really, really cool piece there. And very thankful, Jason, for the opportunity to add that to my collection. Definitely consider that like a cornerstone card, and really, really pumped to have it. So a couple of SGC graded beauties there in the tux to get us started. And now we're going to do a couple of smaller pickups, but equally interesting to close it out. And we'll finally get to the reason why this Wayne Gretzky rookie card has been sitting, lurking in the background on what I said was an all baseball card video. The reason is I picked up a graded card of one of my favorite baseball players recently that was from the Topps Throwback Thursday release, and the design mimics the 1979 Topps and O-Pee-Chee set with the Gretzky rookie in it, the most iconic hockey card in the history of the hobby. To go along with it, I now have one that I've sought after for a while, the Mookie Betts from the 2019 Topps Throwback Thursday on the 79 Topps hockey design. How awesome is that? Two greats of their respective sports. I love cross-sport design appeal. And obviously nowadays, this may change with Fanatics in the future, but for the past decade or more, it's been tough in the era of exclusivity to get the same design across multiple sports. And I really, really dig that. So obviously this Mookie was not pack issued. The Throwback Thursday release is like an online on-demand thing. But the print run was pretty limited on these. It was under 400. I forget off the top of my head, I want to say maybe 360 or 370. And I love the appeal of seeing Mookie on a design that is so critical to the hobby of hockey card collecting, which I'm also involved in. And I got a real bargain on this graded Mookie from 2019 in a PSA 9 slab. I kid you not, I sent the link to a couple buddies when it happened. I won this for $8 and change. So that is a really unique, perfect addition to my Mookie Betts collection, given that I am a hockey collector and lover of hockey cards, and couldn't have asked for a better price on that at $8 plus. Pumped to add that one. That was definitely, I would say, maybe the bargain of today's episode. Then I have two more modern baseball cards to get to here. I love modern just as much as I love vintage. So alongside that Al Lopez, I think this next one belongs in my collection. And it's from 2024 Topps, the newest Topps flagship release that's available. Just came out before the start of the season. And I showed this one recently from the set. Wanted to break this back out. This is the Mookie Betts Gold. And I managed to find copy 1 of 2024, 0001. You can see here, which I talked about at the time, is just so cool. And I have another first copy of a 2024 parallel. Didn't do this on purpose, but did get turned onto the card and just happened to find this example that was copy number 1. This is the Angels team card. And shout out to my pal JL. I don't believe he creates content on YouTube, but we've gotten in touch on Instagram, and he definitely comments here on YouTube. And he directly inspired me to go after this card. Now, this is the Topps Black parallel of the Angels Leaders card. And I don't typically go after Leaders cards or team cards like this in the modern set. But the reason I found this one attractive is, and this is what was pointed out to me by JL, on the back, Shohei, as we know, led the Angels in both the batting and the pitching categories that are listed on this card last year. So I think this card is the perfect representation on cardboard, or one of the many perfect representations on cardboard of the amazing season that we all got to witness with Ohtani last year, having the success that he did both in the batter's box and on the mound. I just love the single leaders card with just one name for pitching and offense across the board. Really, really cool. And then obviously this worked out to where it was copy number 1 of 73 as well. So another alpha, so to speak, from 2024 Topps to go with the Mookie Gold. Cool pickup there. This was about the cost of a retail blaster, $25 to $30 range, somewhere in there on a best offer. So really, really pumped with that. I love the Topps Black parallels. I know many do. And then last but not least, I have a really cool Willie Mays card here. And this is a modern parallel that I've shown a few versions of recently. This one is from 2015, but it's the Stadium Club Rainbow Foil Board. Now let's look at the back first. These are always numbered to 25. I've mentioned, I've shown maybe 3 or 4 of these in recent cheese box rummages. They brought this parallel in 2014 when they rebooted the Stadium Club brand, and it's been around every year since and always numbered to 25. So I love that. Low serial numbering combined with the awesome images in Stadium Club. Now, what does the 2015 Stadium Club Willie Mays look like? Let's take a look at the glorious front on this card. Man, tell me that is not a winner of a baseball card right there. You can see me in the reflection. Hello. But what a fantastic Willie Mays card numbered to 25. I'd been waiting for one of these to show up. I've mentioned it before, but being a big fan of this parallel, I love to look over the Stadium Club checklists each year and find some of the images that speak to me the most, and then set out, oftentimes over a very long wait, to find the rainbow foil board numbered the 25 version. And so I had a saved search set for this particular maze for quite some time before this one surfaced. And the reason I got a discount on this, there's a little notch you can see right here on the top border, or in this case, the right border, when it's tilted, of the card, a little tiny nick in it that would probably prevent somebody who's into grading from sending this off. But at the end of the day, I'm just a Stadium Club fan and a lover of this image. And I was able to get one of the 25 copies that exist of this card for a very, very reasonable bargain price, just due to that condition issue, which was noted in the auction. You know, at the end of the day, numbered to 25 is numbered to 25. If you collect Modern, you know how difficult those cards can be. And that is a stellar Willie Mays. I mean, I have vintage Willie Mays, playing era Willie Mays. And despite that, I would put the Stadium Club card right in front of you there, right alongside those in terms of favorite cards of Mays in my collection. So there you go. That's a wrap. Just wanted to get a little bit of baseball content up here on the channel on opening day. Really excited for the season that lays ahead, and to be enjoying the hobby throughout the summer and the fall to come as well. So I hope you're all looking forward to enjoying it with me, and I'll be back soon with some more content. Till then, take care.